Hi guys, welcome to another magic tutorial and presentation. On today's video, what we're going to be doing is doing a performance of a trick that is based around movies. Now, as you probably saw in the title of this YouTube video, is that this is based loosely on a commercial trick that's been around for a number of years called Killer Elite Pro. Now, the principle behind the trick isn't new. It's been around in magic for many years, but what I want to start off with is just do you a quick performance. Now obviously I don't have any spectators to help me, so just imagine what this could work like in an audience environment. So let's just go through the performance. In front of me I have my prediction. Let me just show you what I have in this envelope. Do you like movies? You do. I'm glad you said that, because inside here I've got a little bit of a collection. I have a collection of lobby cards and some cinema tickets. Let's first of all just show you the lobby cards that I've got. And these are those kind of small postcards that you used to get many years ago when you went to the cinema, and you can grab these, and even nowadays you can pick up these to show you forthcoming films. But if you have a look here, these films, because I know that you grew up during the 70s, I've got some classic movies from the 1970s. Let me show you these one at a time. We have Saturday Night Fever, an absolute classic in the 70s. I'm going to put that just here. We have another classic movie from the 70s, Star Wars. We have Jaws, a great thriller, and one of the best horror films ever made in my eyes, The Wicker Man. This, by the way, is the original from the 70s, not the remake that came out many years later. So there I have on the table the 4 classic movies from the 70s. Now these here are tickets. When you used to go to the cinema, you used to get these tickets, and I've got some of these tickets here. And what I'm going to do is to give you a ticket. And if I just tear that off, and we'll just leave the other ones just in here. Now, what I'd like you to do is to take this ticket. If you could go back to the 70s and we're going to the cinema to watch a movie, which one of these films would you like to have seen? If you can just pick up the ticket and just place it onto any one of these, it's an absolute free choice. I don't care which one it is, but which film do you think that you would prefer to see? So the spectator will pick this up, and they do get a free choice. There's definitely no force here. They can go for any single one, whether or not it's The Wicker Man, Jaws, Star Wars, or Saturday Night Fever. So let's say they go across and they can drop it on any one they like. Let's say they drop it on Star Wars. Now remember, I said I made a prediction. These are my prediction cards, because Saturday Night Fever, I know that you're not a dancer, and so I knew you wouldn't choose that one. Jaws, well, that was a bit frightening, wasn't it, with that haunting music and the sharks and things. Jaws, I knew you wouldn't want to watch that. As for the horror, I thought that would keep you up at night. It might be a little bit frightening. The Wicker Man, I knew that you wouldn't select that one. But I did know you love Star Trek, because earlier on today I made a prediction, and my prediction was that you would choose Star Wars. And so that's the effect that we have. Now, any of you that know the Killer Elite Pro will know it's a similar type of thing. The workings, because I don't own that particular trick, I've only seen it performed, I don't know the instructions, but I'm guessing how it works. And because the method that it uses has been around for many, many years, it's been revealed on TV, national TV, it's what magicians call a multiple out. That means the spectator can choose any of these and the result would always be correct. Now what I'm going to do is very quickly go through and give you the other 3 outcomes, and you'll see exactly how it works once I do that. So let's do this again and show you what would happen if they're chosen one of the other movies. So what I want you to do is to just place this onto any of these that you wish to. So you've chosen Jaws. Remember I said I made a prediction. I had a premonition what you would choose. You could have put it on any one of these movies, but the ticket that you put on Jaws is the one that I predicted correctly. Just drop the ticket onto any of the films that you would have liked to have seen at the time. So you've dropped it on The Wicker Man. Now I said I had a premonition earlier as to which film you would choose. Now inside the envelope, which I said to you at the beginning of this trick is my prediction, is a card. And if you reach in, and you can get the spectator to do this, reach in and pull out only one thing. The rest of the envelope is empty. They can examine that. But inside is one card only. And it has my prediction scribbled on there, and if you can see that, you picked Wicker Man. So you have a free choice. Which of these movies would you have liked to have seen back in the 70s? Just take the ticket and place it upon any of the 4 movies. Which one do you want? Saturday Night Fever, an absolute classic from the 70s starring John Travolta. But remember, you could have chosen any one of these. You chose Saturday Night Fever. Now at the beginning of this trick, when I introduced this envelope, I said this is my prediction. And in plain view it's been sitting there, so I couldn't change it. But if I show you what I wrote on the envelope earlier on today, it says you selected Saturday Night Fever. So you probably already guessed how the trick works. It has multiple outs. Whichever one they choose is a winner. The cards themselves you can make. I made these. You can get the old posters by searching Google for some movie images, and you can print them out and just cut them out to postcard size. You then scribble on the back either crosses or a tick on one of them. The tickets, now you probably think, how did you manage to get some old tickets? Well, I made these, and what I did is I printed these out. You can get pictures of the tickets, again searching Google, and I printed these out. I also used a hole punch that I use for other tricks, just to punch out the holes to make it look more authentic. I also printed on the back, just plain. And all you do is you bend these up so it looks like genuine tickets. Now the nice thing about this trick, a little subtlety here, is that I had 4 tickets, and when you open them out, one of them has got one of the movies typed on there, in this case Jaws. You rip that off and you give it to them and they put it on those. If they choose Jaws, then you saw that's what you reveal. However, in case you've got anyone who's inquisitive in there, they probably think you've got other stuff written on the tickets, which is why I leave them in the envelope. It also gives a reason for me keeping that there. When they pull that out, there's absolutely nothing on there. Okay. The third way was to have a little card with one of the movies on, and what I do is I tuck that into the corner of the envelope so it stays in there, and when I remove the cards at the beginning of the routine, I can grip here and pull them out without fear of it coming out. When you open the envelope and just show them, it just drops into place and you can tip it out and there's nothing else in there. You can show them that because there is nothing, and that's your prediction on a nice piece of card. The last one is if they choose a film, you have it written on the front of the envelope. Now you'll notice at the beginning of the routine, this is why when this is sitting on the desk in front of me when we start, I point out that in front of me I have my prediction envelope. Now that leads you in for later on if you need to call this into play on there. Otherwise it's just your prediction because you predicted on the cards or on the ticket, and it looks as though it's just a holder for the lobby cards and the tickets. And that's a great little bit of movie magic, and hopefully you enjoyed that.